Today, Trudeau declares himself emperor. Hey there, this is Tom with Tom's Talk Show, and I just can't believe what is going on in Canada. I mean, the country that, provides us with many comedians and actors who are, a lot of the shows and things that I like, and how this can be happening. I don't understand. The only thing I can say is that possibly they've gone so power hungry, and they just can't let it go. They have so much power in their hands, and it's starting to slip through their fingers. They're going to have to build the Death Star. They have to bring out, the more you tighten your grip, the more truckers will slip through your fingers. So now we have to bring out the Death Star, basically. So here we go. Trudeau announces unprecedented action, freezing bank accounts of Freedom Convoy protesters. So if they know who you are, and you've got money that you've, worked for, you've been driving, you've saved, 10, 20, 30, $40,000 in your truck driving and everything else that's in your bank. Nope, the government's going to come and freeze that. You can't have access to your money that you've worked for. That's called totalitarianism. So, after discussing with his cabinet and caucus, who these people obviously are on such a power trip, you can't even believe. Consultation with other people, whatever, blah blah blah. He's exercised this thing, the Emergencies Act, which has been invoked only 2 times, both of them during world wars. I don't see a world war going on in Canada at all. I see some people who are tired of mandates and tired of being basically spied upon, watching interviews with a trucker who said that he had his little app out because he was vaccinated and he wanted to come up to the little thing so we could show that. And they said, "Oh, we already know you're here. Go ahead." Okay, so you're spying on his location. You're keeping track of where he is and where he's going. Unacceptable. I mean, he obviously didn't know what was going on. Not that we all aren't kind of tracked by Google and things from time to time, but we can turn location off. And I think pretty much from now on, I'm going to have location off on my phone. Block everything. It's getting to that point. But he's saying, I want to make very clear, the scope of the measure will be time limited, although he gave no duration. So, of course, everything is time limited. COVID is time limited. We just haven't got to the end of the time yet, right? Geographically targeted. Well, he didn't explain what geographic areas it is, so we can assume it's all of Canada, as well as reasonable and proportionate to the threats they're meant to address. Okay, so let's see. The truckers are parked there, and from the guys that have been watching some of the videos of the guys who just bring out their phone, they just walk, auto walks, and some of the other ones that are just kind of walking around. Let's see. Over there, they're playing music. Okay. Over there, they're having a church service. Okay, these people are eating. Okay, these are obviously hyper threats to civilization. Eating food, listening to music, and having church. Obviously, that's very destructive. I don't even know what he's... I can't get by this stuff. I just can't. Where I live is, rural area, and there are, little people that go up and down the road with, I think one family down there knows another family up there, and they go back and forth on their little golf cart. Going up in their little electric golf cart, backing up down the street and stuff. This golf cart has a gun rack. Okay? This golf cart has guns on it. Okay? That's where I live. This is a much freer area, obviously, than Canada. And so maybe that plays into my thought that none of this kind of lockdown totalitarianism should ever occur anywhere. I mean, what are these people are just saying, don't mandate on us. We're adults. We can take care of ourselves, right? I mean, these are truck drivers. I mean, truck drivers, they pretty much can, take care of themselves. They have to out on the road, and they take care of other people out on the road as well. Says we're not using the Emergency Act to call in the military. I think that would probably be prefaced as, at this time, he didn't say we will never call in the military, but he's, kind of saying, well, we're not going to. But, I mean, they're going to be trying to arrest people. They're going to be trying to, of course, they are seizing their funds, taking over their bank accounts, because they don't want, all you have to do is come and say, listen, everybody try and get vaccinated. They're one of the most vaccinated countries in the world. Still, which seems to not do much for COVID. But whoever wants to be vaccinated, be vaccinated. Whoever wants to do whatever, right? All of it would go away. The only, if you think that someone who is there to protest your mandates and your lockdowns and your destroying of businesses, if you think that creating basically more mandates and more lockdowns and destroying more businesses is going to make these people happy and want to leave, that's the whole thing. Continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. That's insanity, right? These people are insane. I pray for Canada. I pray for the people of Canada that, that the people in the communities will rise up and start helping, because in numbers, right? If you had, you have several hundred truck drivers, I think there, probably maybe thousands. But if you had communities of tens and 20,000 people all coming down there and standing with the truckers, what's the government going to do? Arrest, 40, 50,000 people because they're out there standing, peaceably? I just get, I think it's a turning point. I think that he's gone too far. I think he's so thick and hungry with power that he just can't back down. I mean, you put all these things out there and you can't, he just can't back down because of his pride and his arrogance, and all that just means he can't do it. Looking at CDC numbers here, this is the graph. We had our big Omicron spike, and now it's just bottoming out. It's going to bottom out in the next month. We're going to be down to probably almost, probably early March 2020 levels, or here when we're like in June 25th, 2021. I mean, we're going to be like almost to nothing. This Omicron thing has burnt it out. So the reason for the mandates, the reason for everything is all going away. But they can't stop. They have to continue to push emergencies, because that's the way they take away your freedom, your power, your ability to do what you want to do. So, I said, I pray for Canada. I hope that this gets resolved. I hope that the government finally comes to its senses and backs down and says, just everybody do what you need to do, protect yourselves and protect each other, and be adults. Boom, there you go. Have a nice day. That probably would, doing that from the very beginning probably would have been the best thing to do overall. Protect those who are really vulnerable once we found out who those people were, and everybody go do everything that they were doing and be adults and be kind to each other. Boom. It would have been over. Would have been done. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think? Canada's gone too far? Do you think, is this coming to the United States? Are the states that are still locked down and still trying to control people, are they going to go to this? There's not many of them left, and California's releasing things. Disney and Disney World just released mask, requirements and stuff. So they're starting to recognize the momentum of this is over. We need to open up. We need to let people get back to their lives. but not in Canada. Nope. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.